Hi there. It's January 14th and time for Proverbs 14. Okay, we're deep into the Proverbs now. Comparing, the right kind of people and the wrong kind of people to hang out with. Huh? And good advice. Okay. The wisest woman builds her house, but folly, with her own hands, tears it down. Or foolishness, right? It can go either way. Whoever walks in uprightness fears the Lord. But he who is devious in his ways despises him. You know anybody that despises the Lord? Not a good role model to be around, right? By the mouth of a fool comes a rod for his back, but the lips of the wise will preserve them, right? Okay? You talk too much, and somebody's gonna punch you eventually. For where there are no oxen, the manger is clean, but abundant crops come by the strength of the ox. Okay? Now, you could, puts us to today. If your barns are clean and spotless and swept and there's no animals in there, then you're not getting there's not any work, are you? You're not making any money. If an auto shop has no cars in it, it's clean and beautiful and shiny, but they're not making any money, okay? Okay? Your pay comes from the dirty cars, dirty work, dirty shop. 5, a faithful witness does not lie, but a false witness breathes out lies. Right. Just facts right there, right? A scoffer seeks wisdom in vain, but knowledge is easy for a man of understanding, right? Understanding, you want to know why something is. 7 is highlighted already. Leave the presence of a fool, for there you do not meet words of knowledge, right? Don't hang around these kind of people. 8, the wisdom of the prudent is to discern his way, but the folly of fools is deceiving. Right. The foolishness of fools is to deceive. Fools mock at the guilt offering, but the upright enjoy acceptance. But among the upright, let's have it here. It says it's sin right here. Doth not know the grievousness thereof, nor God's judgments against the same. Sin, guilt offering. Interesting, huh? The upright in the Lord know they're forgiven. Fools mock at us for being forgiven. 10, the heart knows its own bitterness, and no stranger shares its joy. Right. That's a deep statement right there, okay? As a man's conscience is witness of his own grief, so another cannot feel the joy and comfort which a man feeleth in himself. Right? No one can know exactly how you feel. Everybody is created different and has had different life experiences. So, right? No one on earth can know exactly how you feel except God. Hmm? Oh. You know that some people can empathize with you, gone through something similar, but they can't know exactly how you feel, whether in grief or in joy. 11, the house of the wicked will be destroyed, but the tent of the upright will flourish. Right? Mm-hmm. Tents versus houses. 12, there is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. Yeah. Yeah. You need to consult the Lord before you do anything. Right? Anything. It says ways of death here. 13, even in laughter the heart may ache, and the end of joy may be grief. Kind of similar to 10, huh? Even in laughter the heart may ache. people put on a bold face, right? But when everybody goes away, they're secretly sad. The backslider in heart will be filled with the fruit of his ways, and a good man will be filled with the fruit of his ways. You do good things, they come back to you. Huh? You do bad things, they come back to you. Just like that. Let's highlight that, just for kicks. 15. The simple believes everything, but the prudent gives thought to his steps. Right. I read it on the internet, so it's got to be true, right? Right. Gives thought to his steps. One who is wise is cautious and turns away from evil, but a fool is reckless and careless. Right. Or fears the Lord. A wise man feareth and departeth from evil. Right. You know what to stay away from, right? You see those protests and stuff? I'm not going over there. Okay. 17. A man of quick temper acts foolishly, and a man of evil devices is hated. Right. Evil, mean people. Nobody likes them, right? 18. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. Right. The simple inherit foolishness. That's true. Prudent. I'm using that word a lot in here. Okay, let's give it a look real quick. Acting with or showing care and thought for the future. See what Merriam-Webster has to say about it. Characterized by arising from or showing prudence. You're not telling me what it means. Marked by wisdom or judiciousness, shrewd in management. That's really not a very good definition, is it? We're looking at the Cambridge Dictionary. Cambridge Dictionary. Careful in avoiding risks. Okay, well. Careful in avoiding risks. How do you like that? One who's careful and avoid risks, right? The prudent are crowned with knowledge. 19. The evil bow down before the good, the wicked at the gates of the righteous. And this, if this come not daily to pass, we must consider that it is because our sins which let God's working. The wicked will bow down at the gates of the righteous. Sooner or later they do. And the evil bow down before the good, right? Jesus said every knee would bow and every tongue confess. 20. The poor is disliked even by his neighbor, but the rich has many friends. Do they really have friends, or just their money that people are attracted to? Let them be poor and then see how many friends they have. 21. Whoever despises his neighbor is a sinner, but blessed is he who is generous to the poor. Right? Blessed indeed they are generous to the poor. God says you're supposed to be, and he pays you back with interest. He said, test me in this, give, and see if I don't overflow your barns. Right? Okay, 22. Do they not go astray who devise evil? Question. Those who devise good meet steadfast love and faithfulness. Show, meet. Devise good. I said only good things, kind things, edifying and uplifting things. In all toil there's profit, work, right? But mere talk tends only to poverty, right? You know, people would rather talk than work. And this is important. In all 12, there's profit. Anyone who's working, right, needs to be respected because they're working. And in today's day and age, you don't have to work, but the one who does, no matter what the job is to be respected. Yeah. 24. The crown of the wise is their wealth, but the folly of fools brings folly. The foolishness of fools brings foolishness. That's what folly means. Right? Crown of the wise is their wealth. Does it say that wisdom brings wealth? Well, it brings peace, okay, which is wealth in a form. Okay. You want just enough, right? 25. A truthful witness saves lives, but the one who breathes out lies is deceitful. Right. In the fear of the Lord, one has strong confidence, and his children will have a refuge. Right. My children have a refuge. They call on me all the time, even though they're in their 40s. Right? 27. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, that one may turn away from the snares of death. Right. Fear of the Lord. That's following him, revering him, being in awe of everything he's done, which is everything, right? 28. In a multitude of people is the glory of a king, but without people, a prince is ruined. You're only the king if people follow you. If people stop following you, you are no longer the king. 29. Whoever is slow to anger has great understanding, but he who has a hasty temper exalts foolishness or folly. Right? You want that slow to anger. Are you slow to anger? Sometimes we can just pop off when something doesn't go our way. Right? We're working on having great understanding, right? And not having a hasty temper. 30. A tranquil heart gives life to the flesh, but envy makes the bones rot. Envy. Desiring what other people have, thinking it's not fair. Healing heart and jealousy. Jealousy and envy are kind of the same thing. Right? I'm reading it over here. A sound heart is the life to the flesh. But envy is the rotting of the bones. And there's a note on this side. Or buddy. Right. Right. Got that? 31. Whoever oppresses a poor man insults his maker, but he who is generous to the needy honors him, God. Right? You oppress poor people, laugh at them, cheerful, you're not kind to them. You're insulting God, who made them. Think about that next time you want to insult somebody. 32. The wicked is overthrown through his evil doing, but the righteous find a refuge in his death. The righteous find refuge in his death. Or the righteous. Right? The righteous. Wisdom rests in the heart of a man of understanding. People to know why. Right? But it makes itself known even in the midst of fools. What does that mean? Or wisdom rests quietly in the heart of a man of understanding, but makes itself known in the midst of fools. Right? Wisdom makes itself known in the midst of fools. Kind of people stand out, right? Wise people. 34. Righteousness exalts a nation, but a sin is a reproach to any people. We are witnessing that right now, aren't we? Hopefully it's turning around. 35. A servant who deals wisely has the king's favor, but his wrath falls on one who acts shamefully. That's the king. Okay? We don't have kings, but some people do. There you go. That's Proverbs 14. We'll go over the highlights here real quick. 4, we highlighted, where there are no oxen, the manger is clean, but abundant crops come by the strength of the ox. If you go into a shop, right, especially a service organ, not so much sales, but service, a barber or a beauty shop or an auto shop, you should expect, if they are good at what they do, you should expect to see, in a barber shop, you should expect to see hair on the floor. You should expect to see, right, scissors and combs and stuff laying around and put in alcohol. And in an auto shop, you should expect to see cars, okay? Lots of cars. That means they are good at what they do, okay? If it's clean, it's spotless. If they have no business, there's a reason they have no business, okay? I mean, sometimes it's location, but most times they're not very good at what they do, okay? If somebody is extremely good at what they do, people find them, right? And they don't have time to be cleaning because they're always waiting and serving customers. So, right, where there is no business, the building is clean, right? Highlighted 7, leave the presence of a fool, for there you do not meet words of knowledge. Okay? Don't hang around those kind of people, okay? Trying to fill you up with all of their wisdom, pride. Right? Highlighted 10, the heart knows its own bitterness, and no stranger shares its joy. Kind of goes with this one. Even in laughter, the heart may ache, and the end of joy may be grief. Right? You don't know what somebody's going through, and you can't feel exactly the same thing somebody else feels. Okay? Everybody is unique. Okay? 14, the backslider in heart will be filled with the fruit of his ways, and a good man will be filled with the fruit of his ways. Backslider in heart, that's interesting. The heart that declineth shall be satiated with his own ways. He that forsaketh God shall be punished, and be made weary of his sins wherein he delighted. Right. The backslider say, I'm just going to sin for a while, right? And stop following the Lord for a while. All right. It feels good, but like eating donuts, they taste good at the time, but boy, you pay for them later, right? Filled with the fruit of your ways. And a good man is filled with the fruit of his ways. Highlighted 17, a man of quick temper acts foolishly, and a man of evil devices is hated. Right? Right. Now, a lot of us can have quick temper sometimes, and that's something we need to be constantly vigilant of and praying for. These are two different people, okay? A man of quick temper acts foolishly, and a man of evil devices is hated. Okay? Highlighted 19, the evil bow down before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. Eventually they will, okay? They see what you have, peace and prosperity, and not worry, and always looking over your shoulder, and they want that, okay? And they don't know how to get it. They think they can steal it, but they can't. 23, in all toil and all work there is profit, right? In all labor there is abundance. Right? Mere talk leads only to poverty. Work. Respect those who work, okay? 27's highlighted, the fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, that one may turn away from the snares of death. Right? That's just good advice right there, right? The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life. 29's highlighted, whoever is slow to anger has great understanding, But he who has a hasty temper exalts foolishness. That kind of goes with this one up here, huh? Right? A man of quick temper acts foolishly. Right? Whoever is slow to anger has great understanding. Right? You need to think this stuff up in your head first before you say anything, especially. Right? A hasty temper exalts foolishness. 31's highlighted, whoever oppresses a poor man insults his maker. Capital M, that's God, right? But he who is generous to the needy honors him, God. Yahweh. Whoever oppresses the poor insults God. Think about that. Next time you're looking down on anybody, think that is God's creation, right? And righteous, another word. We're looking at righteous words, right? The righteous find refuge in his death. Right? When we die, if we're righteous, we will find refuge. So, there you go. That's Proverbs 14. Right? Stay tuned later today. I think we're still in Matthew 9 or something in our Through the New Testament in a Year. Nope, we're starting Matthew 10 today. Half of Matthew 10. So we're doing this half a chapter at a time and zeroing in on all of the miracles of Jesus. So stay tuned for that. Give us a like if you think about it. But until later, we'll keep going. See you then.